Hello, my name is Owls, and welcome back to another video. We are going to be playing the Boogie Man again, and this, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the end of it. I looked up to see how long the game is, and I'm pretty sure we are very close to the end, so we're going to finish it in this video. Oh yeah, by the way, happy Halloween, everyone! I'm hoping you all will have a great Halloween. And be careful when you go out. You probably won't be seeing this until later on in the day, so if you're watching, I hope you had a great. If you're watching this after going trick or treating, I hope you had a great trick or treating and you got lots of candy. Anyways, my night owls, let's get into it, shall we?
David, let me ask a favor.
Jesus Christ.
My neck's gonna break.
Hey, quit shaking. Don't you work out at all?
Why are you trying to get up there anyway?
That big-headed freak. He's always vanishing when there's no way out, and appearing from nowhere too. He's clearly using routes we don't know about. I need to learn more about them. This wall's been painted over, so I'm sure there's a path up ahead.
That doesn't explain using me as a footstool. Climb up there and get your weight off my shoulders.
Plans could have worked, but I wouldn't push a wounded guy. And for your information, only 3% of that weight is fat. So excuse you.
Hell!
You okay, David?
Toss me your lighter. I'll look ahead. Don't move from that spot. Shout for me if anything happens.
You can't hear him, so. Got David's lighter. Okay. I knew we could. I heard. You know how we heard running footsteps? I thought it was Sophie. I don't think it was Sophie, cause she was up in the vents, and then she was outside. So that wasn't Sophie. It was somebody else. When I was watching it, I'm like, wait, how is that Sophie? Because I legitimately thought it was Sophie, but it wasn't. It was someone else. So it had to be the boogeyman, probably. Or Helena. It was probably Helena. Don't know. There's his cell phone. What? That freaks me out. The people who have corrupt you want to see them burn. Mop. Broom and mop. Detergent. Towel hung on the wall. An old man's corpse. The body's decayed and maggots are starting to swarm. It's probably been months. Something's next to the corpse. Got a rusted key. It's just more sewer up ahead. No need to keep going. You keep going under. You keep going under. Crumpled balls of paper. Dick Anderson, age 93. Job assistant police inspector. Robbery / murder divisions. Family, wife, 2 children. The rest has been torn off.
Dick? Ah! Don't move. You're under arrest.
Your wifey's got a good butt on her. Really makes me want to chase after her.
Don't talk about his wife, you dick.
Where is she? Where?
Ah, detective. How careless. Trying to take me on in such close quarters. I hate to say such a rude thing to a detective, but not really. Dummy.
Dummy, really? Oh. Poor Keith. Got tased.
Keith, my poor darling. You watched me as I wallowed in the depths of despair. And there you stood, with your back against the edge. Now, it's time that you finally learn. You need pride. You need peace. So go ahead, take it all. But don't you see? In the end, there will be nothing left of you.
Why did you... Why did she leave? Why didn't she just fucking stay there? Why do you have to make this so goddamn difficult, woman? Okay. Okay, so... Helena... Okay, so we attacked the boogeyman, we got him, we pinned him, and then he pulled out a taser, tased us, and we passed out. And Helena came in, talked to us, and then left. She knows we're looking for her, but yet she just leaves. Okie dokie then. Oh yeah. Let's turn back on David's later. A scrap of paper and an IC recorder. Something scribbled on the paper. You just want to hear her?
Where is this? Who are you? What's going on?
Hello, Miss Baring.
Who?
Who's that in the background that's, like, muffled?
Call me Boogie, ma'am. I'm about to begin a game befitting such a joyful night. I'd appreciate your participation as well.
Oh, I know who that is. That's Baron. But, it started with a B. Yeah, it's the guy who owned the castle that's doing that. I'm pretty sure. He's saying help me.
Run from me, miss.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. Where's my husband? Where am I? Why is that man tied up?
Yep.
Ah, he's an assistant. He can quickly explain to you how this will all work. If I should catch you, this happens. Understand the rules now?
Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't him. But it kind of sounded like him because he was tied up and gagged too. Maybe
Where's my husband?
it was another guy, but he chopped off his head. I don't know.
Somewhere you wouldn't know about.
Where's my husband?
He can't save you. He's in my grasp. It's up to me if he lives or dies. Now run, Miss Baring. The game begins, and I am it.
So, I was on the inside of the cell.
I guess? Oh yeah, because this is the other side of them. Oh, yep, he was right, because he was in that section with the chains and the bucket, meaning he was locked up pretty much. And now he's on this side, which was the side that his wife was on.
Keith, did something happen?
Oops.
That big head knocked me out cold.
I did not mean to skip that, I'm sorry.
What? No wonder you took so long. Are you okay?
I could have died easily, but more importantly, no, forget it. There was another corpse. I think one of the servants. Been dead a few months.
A few months? Isn't that kind of odd?
Yeah, it is. It's not like he got stuck there and couldn't get out. He was clearly murdered with a knife. What a ridiculous place. I never wanted to come somewhere so shady.
What about it is shady?
Since when are there castles in this country? I thought something was up the moment my boss told me about the castle tour. Then I found out it's the mansion of some European guy from the colonial era, and it's got a history of Native American persecution to boot. You can't open this kind of place to the public. You wouldn't get a tourist trap, you get a lawsuit. The tribes that got persecuted here are still around. What was that Brendan guy even thinking? Guess we'll never know now.
If you were suspicious, then why did you come?
Because Helena wanted to. But had I known it was this bad, no way. I wouldn't want her to learn this kind of bloody history. With a month off, I could have taken her anywhere, but I chose here. And then this happens.
So, it was for Helena. You never seemed to pay her much mind, so I thought you didn't even like her, honestly.
I wanted to pay her more attention, but I couldn't. My subordinate kept calling so much, I couldn't catch a break.
Detectives have it rough. They're still cool, though.
I'm on vacation, so I'm just a plain old guy right now. Come on, let's go.
All you wanna hear is a... It's hard to read those things on the ground. All you wanna hear is a... I can't make out that last word. It won't open. It seems caught on something on the other side.
Keith, are you going in there?
Can't I?
Well,
Don't tell me you're afraid.
when I was a kid, this wild dog chased me around for like an hour.
Oh no, David.
For such a big guy, you're really a wimp.
Oh, it's so cute. I can't even. There's red writing on the floor. Okay, can you read it out? Like, make it so I can read it?
You're more heartless than I thought, David.
What?
Is he behind there?
Don't mind him. Let's go.
Your mother's crying down in hell, you know.
Oh my god. Don't!
Can't you hear your mother's pitiful wails?
No, no. David, no, don't, no.
Why did my dear Davy leave me alone? I don't want to be alone. Please don't leave me alone. Davy, oh Davy.
I hate the boogeyman.
Calm down. Don't listen to him.
David, doesn't it hurt leaving your mother all by herself? A real thoughtful son. He'd go to be by her side right away. Or do you feel relieved? To hell with that weak woman who always clung to you.
Let go. I won't let him talk like that.
Settle down. Don't open that door.
Let go!
You stupid brat! You don't listen to a word, do you? Never listens, never learns. Must have put your old man through a lot of trouble.
What's that?
Oh god, help me.
I said your father must have had it real hard with you. Jumping into danger alone, following when I tell you to stay. That's not being a brat. I don't know what is.
Keith, he never had a father. His father walked out on him when he was young.
Say that one more time.
Oh, David.
So it's not just your eyes that are busted, but your ears too? Or is it your head to blame? Getting riled up over every little thing. Think punching me will calm you down? Then go ahead.
Let's go.
Oh, he's dark and scary. Oh no, David. We're going through that door. I already went through it and I died. But now that I know what's gonna happen, maybe I can dodge it, maybe? David's not very happy. Bingo. Bogus? B-O-G-U-S. An arrow is stuck in the door. There is a small key attached. Got a small key. Oh, David's so angry looking. Okay, nothing. Now it's all awkward and weird.
Hey there, David.
God, why? Stop picking on David. No. Ah.
What are you looking up at? Look down below. Ah, I finally got you snared. That detective was a bit too perceptive earlier.
No, David. Oh God.
Killing you would put me at a big advantage. A critical hit to the detective. Oh, this is getting good.
Stop trying to kill people that I already saved. Well, actually, I didn't save David.
Yes?
Exactly. This may sting a bit, David, but not for long. Now hurry, Batman. Robin's gonna be a canary.
Oh God. Tear it down. Where? Go. Wait, how do I get out? How do I get out? Window. Oh God, I don't have much time. Oh God, help me. Sorry, David. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Oh God. Get up the stairs. Oh God. Come on. Sorry, I skipped it. I'm sorry.
Don't touch me.
Oh Jesus.
Keith!
You okay?
Yeah, thanks for headbutting him in the face.
Yeah, I guess. But I think I got a bump on my head just now.
Good. You go back to the room. If this happens again, I can't afford to save you.
Sorry, it's my own stupidity to blame.
That's not the problem. If anything happens to you, I'm the one left with a crying Shirley.
Oh.
Isn't there anyone who'd cry for you?
Helena?
Maybe not anymore.
Her?
Huh?
Still want to tag along?
Yeah.
Oh, David.
Do what you like. I'm exhausted.
We saved David. But he's hurt. So he's hurt. Lovely. Every time he does a thing like that, I can't move. See? Like that. When he does that, I can't move. Poor Keith. Okay. I think, even though we went this way before, I think we gotta go this way anyways. Okay, what does it say? Don't act like you didn't know. It's just the way it goes. Okay, okay. Okie dokie.
Keith, let's rest a little. If you don't take a break, you're going to...
Shut up. This isn't the time.
I'm tired, okay? Let me rest.
Oh, David, he's so worried about him.
Or are you going to drag around an exhausted citizen, detective?
Lend me your lighter. You've got one smoke to rest.
The heck is that guy anyway? How does he know about my mom and Shirley's past? It's really disturbing.
Cause he's the boogeyman and he's been in everyone's dream. He's pretty much in everyone's life. He's the evil in everyone's life.
David, did you celebrate your birthday with Shirley last month? Or was it with Paul and Marion?
Oh, I scheduled a meal with Shirley, then celebrated with Paul and Marion the other... Huh. Did I ever tell you my friends' names?
Sorry about your mother. Benjamin's like a landmine. One misstep means trouble.
How do you know about this stuff, Keith?
But I guess they don't teach you how to dodge landmines in flight school, huh?
How do you know about this shit? David's never said any of this stuff to him. How does he know all this?
What?
Oh, and you ought to toughen your stomach for anchovies and liver. I mean, unless you want younger girls thinking that's cute or whatever.
Hold on a second. What do you know about my mom, too? And my friends in school? I never told you any of that.
I
right?
know.
Keep this between us. But working as a detective for 15 years, you get to know stuff. Like what someone's done in the past, just by looking at their faces.
True that. Actually, I've seen it multiple times in crime shows that I watched.
Maybe that big-headed freak is the same way.
You're kidding, right?
Nope.
You think I'm kidding? You're a real sucker. Take care you don't get swindled someday.
Keith, okay, so you knew about his mother, you knew about his best friend and his best friend's wife, and you knew about his school, but how did you not know about him not having a fucking father in his life? You know all this shit, but you don't know the fact that David's father walked out on him when he was young?
What's this about? What do you know all about me?
You were taken to the police after the incident with your mother. Remember the detective who questioned you?
I was pretty dazed at the time, so I don't really remember. But it wasn't you, was it?
It was?
Eric Simpson, my subordinate.
Oh, no.
It was only an attempted crime, so he was the only one to handle you. And he's got a real messy desk. He lets case files and the like pile up so high they even topple over onto my desk. I saw some files on you among them. Your history, your family, that kind of info. And your mother's diagnosis. Oh, and the ones who verified your identity were your friends Paul and Mary and Martin.
So that's how he knows all this stuff. Wow, he remembered all that? Dude, I can't even remember half the shit that I do in the day.
I remember them well, especially because that Paul guy made a huge ruckus at the station. He was the one that ate too many chili dogs too, right?
Yep.
Then the anchovies. Oh yeah, I mentioned that at dinner. But I didn't tell you I hated liver, did I?
I hate anchovies myself, and I hate liver. That's all.
So he guessed it based on his things that he doesn't like. So they're more alike than I thought.
Why did you make a guess for that one?
Because you're stupid enough that I thought it'd fool you.
Oh my god, don't call David stupid.
If you know so much about me, why didn't you say so when we first met?
But the thing is, David, how does he not know about your father walking out on you when you were a kid?
Because I was suspicious of you.
Huh? Me? Why?
A year and a half ago, you found a hanged body in an abandoned house in another state.
Right.
State police came to us trying to determine the guy's identity. That's when I read your testimony, and it was real sketchy.
Sketchy? Why?
Well, how do you explain that you followed a dead man's trail to his house, you know?
I understand you were looking for the guy who formerly lived in your apartment, but how did you track him down without even knowing his name or what he looked like? Said you followed notes, but when you were asked to show him, you said you lost them. You said you shot a man in the house, but there was no gunpowder on the gun, no drop cartridges. Most importantly, nobody to shoot.
He imagined it all. Oh my god, he imagined it. Everything. He just imagined it all.
And then you just happened to find that former tenant's corpse. You gotta know that's suspicious.
Yeah, I have to admit that it's a little bit suspicious.
But it's true. I was led there by the notes he wrote. Once I found the body and called the police, I realized they were gone. And I did shoot someone, but I'm not sure if it was a person.
As you testified, but I guess that doesn't matter so much now. I was wary of you because of what you could have done. I didn't want to leave Helena with a madman. If you did anything even a little weird, I was going to turn around and take my wife home.
Do you still distrust me?
When we first met on the boat, I intentionally told you that I was a detective. Somebody with something to hide would be alarmed. But then you just said cool, so I was a bit less wary. You might be crazy for all I know, but you haven't shown any sign of being dangerous.
Because he's not crazy. Well, if he told the whole story the way he told the story, I guess you could see how you think he would be crazy, you know? Shooting a thing that's not even human, and he said he shot something, but there's no residue on the gun, and then the notes that he followed suddenly disappeared. Yeah, I can see why you think he's a little nuts in the head.
Listen, everyone's got bad stuff in their past. For somebody who shouldn't know it to dig it up and use it against you, that'd agitate and anger most people. He knows that well. He's showing off what he knows to upset all of you and control your actions. He's done it to you, to Richard, to Lance.
Lance, too?
I think he's doing it to Helena.
He's an ex-journalist. Took photos of that job too. When he published articles, he signed his photos with LK. He investigated the state police during a sexual assault and murder case 3 years back, but went too far. The victim's family and civil liberties group attacked him for invasion of privacy, and he was driven out of journalism.
How do you know about all that, Keith?
Doesn't matter.
Well, he's a detective. He's supposed to know these kind of things, you know? It says shut up on the wall. And some other stuff on the floor.
Well, I understand that those are the guy's methods, but how does he know all of our pasts in the first place?
The boogeyman lives in your closet, right? So, he's always watching. Watching when you nearly killed your mother. Watching when you were snuggling with your wife in bed.
Oh, that's so creepy, yeah! You can't even snuggle your wife or have woohoo with her without him sitting there watching. Ugh, no! Ew! Oh, that's so gross and creepy!
Don't make threats like that.
He's not joking.
He's only human. The appearance, the weapon, the info, it's all just to scare us.
He's not a human, he's a monster. Well, I don't even know what he is. Maybe he is a monster? I know little kids made him up when they were younger because they were scared of the dark. And because they were scared of the dark, they made up the boogeyman. And they needed to give him a name, so they called him the boogeyman. And why he lives in the closet is because they were afraid while they're laying in bed, you're looking at your closet as a kid and you see weird things in your closet and form the boogeyman. I don't know. But pretty much, that's exactly what happened.
You're taking it pretty well, though.
It's all cheap tactics. It's not going to scare me.
Oh.
Yep, that's our detective. Nothing scares him, even though his wife might be in danger. Still calm.
If I let myself be shaken, you'd all follow suit. I can't protect anyone if I get distracted. A detective doesn't just go fishing for corpses. I've got my lousy pride and my duty. I can't just watch while someone kills people with a grin on their face.
Yeah, it's true.
Even if you're forsaking someone important to you?
What are you trying to say?
There's a big gap between your ideal and what you really want. It's contradictory. Isn't that painful for you? I wanted to be a pilot, but thinking about it now, I think I was just too stubborn to see anything else.
So?
You'll understand someday.
Thinking of taking a nap here? Let's go.
Keith, those things you said before, were you trying to make me angry?
I don't intend on telling anyone your history, nor your family problems. Sorry if you're still pissed.
No, it's fine. I guess I am kind of a brat.
No, you're not, David. You're not a brat. You're just mad because he was bad-mouthing you. No, not bad-mouthing you. He was bad-mouthing your mother. Which you're still sensitive about that. You still feel like it's your fault. Even though you're kind of over it now and you're moved on with Shirley, you just feel like it's still festering inside you, kind of. It says, shut up on the wall. It says, I feel so bound. Not my fault and some other stuff. I'm not going to sit here and read every single one of them. That phone, we keep hearing it and it keeps disappearing. There's a door, but it won't open. An iron gate, there's a door, but it won't open. Do we have a key? Did I miss something in this room? Looking closely, the frame is raised a little.
Keith.
couldn't open it because he only had one arm. Oh. It's a dial lock on the door. I don't have the number. Okay, so we have to find the security code. A painting. Oh, is that gonna show me the painting? I was all ready for it. It's locked and won't open. God, that's scary. A Bible. Chapter 1. I'm not gonna sit here and read it all. I should though, because it's probably gonna be important. A statue of Virgin Mary. Okay. A Bible passage that looks like they were written by a kid, something written in the margins. There can't be anything like limbo. Mom and Dad say that since I haven't been baptized yet, if I die, I'll go to limbo. But there can't be a limbo. I don't want to go to limbo. I hate this meditation room too, and I really hate these Bible passages, but it's much better than the closet. I really, really hate the closet. That's what I think every time I'm yelled at and go in there. But I just do the same thing again and go back in there. When I'm in the dark, cramped closet, I wonder, if I stay here forever, I wonder if I'll turn into a monster. Like a movie monster who kills his mom and dad and messes up this whole house. But when I leave the closet, I'm just me. I couldn't become a monster, I couldn't. So I always apologize to mom and dad. I'm sorry I was bad. I love you more than anyone in the world.
Hey, stop that, would you?
Huh?
Stop that thing. It's hurting my ears.
What does?
Your phone! I hate hearing phones ring. It's yours, right? Make it stop already!
Calm down.
Make it stop!
Calm down, please. Where are you hearing a phone ringing? There's no phone ringing. In fact, I think I lost my cell phone earlier. So please, calm down.
I hate it. I hate the sounds of phones.
Why?
Because it always brings bad news. Excuse me. Baron here? Yes, that's right.
Oh god, are we gonna find out about his kid?
I'll be there.
Mr. Baring, sorry to have called you.
Oh no, what happened?
Your wife said she couldn't look, but we need you to confirm.
It's my son.
Are you sure?
He's wearing the clothes from this morning. My wife sewed his name on then. Todd Baring. Check behind the neck.
You have my deepest condolences.
What kind of reaction is that? You look at your son, and you're just like, yeah, that's my son. Like, I get it, you're a detective. I get it that you deal with this shit every single freaking day. But to see your child laying on the bed dead, and just be like, yep, that's my son. Like, I would not be able to do that. I'd be sobbing my eyes out like, oh my god, he just saw his dead son. Like, how can he act so, like, how? What happened?
Sign here. We'll send you a pamphlet for a mortician. Refer to it if you wish. Thank you. There's a nurse waiting outside. Tell them if you need any help. Now, please excuse me.
Helen. It's me.
Hey, Keith, you off loitering somewhere? You gotta hurry. The suspect's on the move. Head for Wellington Street. Got it?
You better not go.
Don't go.
You better not go, Keith.
Stay with me.
You better fucking not go, Keith.
Helena. Please don't leave without telling me. It makes me worry.
It's been a year now. You always stayed with me. You always supported me. But I can't do it. I can't stop the tears. You got back on your feet. But I can't do anything but cling to you. But I can't drag you down with my weakness anymore. So...
You know what I thought when I saw his body? I thought I failed. Can you believe that? That a parent would think that after losing a child? But it's true. Everyone has one leg in a coffin. If they aren't careful, they can easily fall in. No exceptions. I should have known that. But I didn't. I prayed that my family would be an exception. I wanted them to be there smiling at me forever. When I saw him in the hospital, something died in me. I wanted to kill the one who took my son from me. And you know, some people smile about the deaths of others. I lost all hesitation to punish those people. I thought if they were gone, it would all end. But it'll never end. I still hear someone scoffing at me, saying, "You couldn't even protect your own son."
It's not your fault.
That's what they all say.
No! It's what I really think.
Then what should I have done? I always felt like such a clown, He died while I was out running around, trying to save others, so the audience just points at me and laughs. I didn't know anything anymore. Why I smiled, why I cried, why I got angry. I forgot how I even expressed those things. Even when I saw him dead, I didn't cry. Now it's just you. You're all I have left. I'll keep praying for a sunny day, and until then, I'll be your umbrella.
Who will keep you from getting wet?
I don't care if I get wet. Helena, if you give up on me someday, then I want you to just forget about me. But please, for my sake, don't leave me alone.
Don't cry, Keith.
I never cry.
No, you're crying. You've always been crying. I'm sorry for pushing my complaints on you. I'll get stronger so I can protect you. Whatever happens, you're someone I never want to lose.
I'm scared of phones ringing. I feel like someone's going to tell me about a death in a family again. Ever since then, I haven't been able to answer calls.
Why'd your son die?
Run over by a truck. Driver died instantly. I couldn't blame anyone. I still have idiotic thoughts. Like if I hadn't answered that call, maybe nothing would have even changed.
So his son got ran over by a truck, and the guy maybe tried to swerve to miss him, but didn't, and hit the kid, then slammed into something and killed himself in the process.
If I'd had been with him, maybe he'd still be alive and smiling. It's completely stupid. It changed nothing. What could I have done? Sorry for grabbing you. I was just confused. Let's go.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I know that.
No, you don't understand. You're clever, so you're trying to fool yourself, saying, it's not my fault, to convince yourself of that. But you can't fully deceive yourself. Deep in your heart, you still blame yourself. So you desperately try to protect everyone, even people you just met. Protecting people as a detective lets you make up for it. You can replace your guilt with pride and a sense of duty, but that isn't going to save you. Even if you only protect what you really feel is important, no one will blame you for it.
Don't act like you know so much. I'm only doing what I should be doing.
And you're deceiving yourself with it.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Then why's my son dead?
It's not your fault. Everyone has things they're powerless to help. So stop lying to yourself, please. Just forgive yourself.
Let's go.
He's right, Keith. There's a scrap from a notebook on the table. Guy's notebook scrap. Code for the secret room. The genealogy of Adam, Noah, Ark, the Tower of... Okay. Cool. Oh, we're back to awkwardness again. He's mad. But instead of David being mad, it's Keith being mad. Was that door always open? I don't think so. Okey-dokey. An old video camera it appears to be busted. Got an old video camera. One of the table legs is broken. A stone oven. And mine! Okey-dokey. An old videotape. An old videotape. A magazine from about 10 years ago. A magazine from about 10 years ago. An old videotape. The video and DVD player looks relatively new. Take out tape and play it.
At last, I finally got a hold of you. Oh dear, hurt all over. But what else could I do? You just wouldn't stop running, miss, no matter how much I hurt you. But well, our game of tag's come to a close now. Yes, you can't outrun the scary boogeyman. Are you relieved it's over, or are you still scared? Well, madam, do you want to run?
You're an unbelievable idiot.
She called him.
Say again.
She called him an idiot.
I called you an idiot. You thought I was running because I was scared. You think I'm scared of you? Maybe you've spent too long in your little closet world to understand. You've convinced yourself that women and children are all scared of you. What were you planning once you caught me? Kill me? And then what? You'd go to kill Keith, right? You told me you had Keith in your hands. Whether he'd live or die was up to me. I guess that was true. And all this time you've been foolishly chasing after me. You could never kill him. I'm weak. I can't be as strong as Keith is. But there is something I can do in all my weakness. If I can keep your attention away from Keith by running all the time, I'll run to the ends of the earth. You poor, stupid little boogeyman. You really are such a child. You just love bullying anyone weaker than you. Go ahead. Have fun in your little world. Call yourself a villain, a monster. But I'll never let you bring my husband into it. Don't you dare lay a hand on him!
Oh, Helena. Oh, Helena.
You talk too much, madam.
Oh God, Helena.
That's terrible. Let's hurry and look for Helena. She must be nearby. Keith? Keith! What are you doing? We have to hurry. Keith, are you listening? Hey, what are you staring at? Are you asleep? Get a grip! Come on!
Keith.
I'm awake. David, you look for Helena. She should be near.
Huh? What about you? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go kill a monster.
Oh, David's suddenly gone. I love Helena. She is so awesome. She pretty much stood up to the boogeyman. Pretty much. I feel like a boss battle is about to come, and I'm not ready for it. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, this way, probably. Alright. I feel like a fight's about to go, like, start. I have to fight the boogeyman. I keep hearing a door squeaking. I'm horrible at climbing stairs. Why I do this? Have to have so many stairs. I'm not looking forward to this.
Wait, Dad? Leave the door open and don't turn out the lights in the hall.
Why?
The boogeyman will come.
What kind of guy is this boogeyman?
He has long nails and kidnaps kids. He lives in the closet.
A kidnapper? Well, can't leave a guy like that on the loose. Alright, Dad'll give him a good beating. Hey, Boogie, you in there? What? Hey, let go.
Dad?
Oh god, Todd.
Dad!
Whew, he was a little tough, but I got him good.
No, he's such a good dad.
No worries, son. Old Boogie won't come for you anymore.
Really?
Oh, he was such a good father.
Would I lie? Me and Mom are in the bedroom right there, you know. You still scared? Oh, need your stuffed bunny, do you? Or should I read you a bedtime story? Maybe the ones with the fairies.
No way! I'm not a wuss, Dad. I can sleep by myself.
That's the spirit. Listen, Todd. If the boogeyman comes to get you again, Dad'll beat him up. I'm not gonna let anyone mess with you or Mom.
'Cause you're a police officer?
'Cause I'm Dad. Good night, son.
'Cause I'm dead. Aww.
Should I leave the light on?
It's okay. I've got you and Mom.
Good night. I love you.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times.
That's a song.
Blame it on the boogie.
Yeah, I know that song.
Have you ever thought about it, detective? Thought you have an enemy? Who or what it is, you don't even know. Maybe it doesn't even exist. Maybe it's all in your head. But you know there's something tormenting you, always making it so painful. You feel like the whole world's out to make you suffer. Too troublesome to make an enemy of the whole world, right? So just making one enemy will do. I chose you as my enemy. Have I become yours? Oh well, either way, we're gonna settle this right here. Let's end this wonderful game now. Can you beat this final boss and take back your beloved wife?
Oh god.
What's so funny?
That's a good question. It's so funny.
Boy, you're really having a blast, huh? What's so funny that you can be all smiles all the time? Total opposite of me. I don't remember the last time I laughed. But I guess we were pretty similar after all. In a sense, it was all a lie. You're always grinning ear to ear, but you're scared, aren't you? So you keep running. You can't go head to head with me. You and me are just acting. You're no scary monster, and I'm no paragon of justice. Final boss? Ha! A big baddie should be a pretty sly guy, shouldn't they? But taking hostages, always on the run, the only thing you can chase after is girls' rumps. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything with you. As long as the others were safe, I was fine leaving you be. I'd secure your hostages and scram, then just leave you to the local police. Because I'm not chasing you. You just keep running from me. What I'm really chasing after. Sorry, but it ain't you. That's right, it's not you. You're my enemy. Spare me the sleep talk. Why would I make my enemy a dunce who just sneaks away? A coward who hides in the closet and threatens kids. And your enemy? Not me either. You've got a lot more enemies. If you go to the slammer, you're gonna be a real popular guy. I can tell.
I feel like if he goes to the slammer, he's gonna find a way to escape.
But this is a great chance. No hostages to get in the way, no one watching. So I can do whatever I like with you. Detective, criminal, that doesn't matter now. You've done the #1 thing to get on my bad side. You chased after my wife's rump.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You chased after my wife's rump.
That alone is enough reason for me to beat you down. Don't you think, Boogie?
Why are you backing away, Boogie?
Can't afford to laugh anymore, can you?
Why? Those noises, I can't. And his, what? He's all bloody. What? Why? And you know what I just realized? He has a tie on, but it's not a tie, it's a noose around his neck. And he has it tucked in his jacket. Interesting.
Back to your closet, Boogie Man. You don't have what it takes to make it over here.
Okay, so I figured out how to flippin' attack the boogeyman. I have to get close to him and hit him. But of course I died while trying to figure that out. Did I get him? I did, I got him.
Where do you think you're going, Lance?
My heart's racing.
I'm gonna find them. They've been gone way too long.
Did you forget what he said? It'll be a burden on him to move around on our own.
Well, then after all's said and done, we'll tell him we did just what he said. Of course, you might have all gone stone cold by that time.
Don't joke about things like that.
Sounds like a joke to you? We got 2, maybe 3 corpses around here?
What part of don't you get?
Stop, you two. Don't fight.
We'll go search together. I'll lead the way. Sophie and Shirley, you hold hands. And Lance, you watch the rear.
Papa.
You really want to go?
Yes, we'll be all right together. And there's something I'm curious about.
What's that?
This whole incident may just be a great big farce.
What do you mean?
Let's be going.
Helena! Where are you? Helena! Helena!
David!
Are you okay?
That man knocked me out. I woke up here. I was unconscious the whole time.
I was unconscious the whole time.
Keith!
Wait, he knocked her out and she's been knocked out the whole entire time, then who the hell has he been chasing after?
Helena!
I'm confused. I'm confusion.
Keith! Where are you?
I knew Helena was acting a little bit strange.
Always on the run, huh? But marijuana addicts can move better than you. What's in that big head of yours? Brendan?
What? We saw his head get chopped off. I cried over his freaking asshole, and I'm furious. I want to murder him. I really want to chop his head off right now. He put us through this fucking shit. So Helena has been sleeping, passed out this whole entire time. And those recordings that we were seeing was illusions or something? I'm so confused. I don't know. I'm so
You lose.
What?
Detective. You're Brendan? Why?
I'm so confused. Oh. Come on. I'm an idiot. Ah.
Stop moving around.
Keith, Helena.
We have to stop the bleeding. Lance!
Richard, help me out.
Sophie, find something to tie him with.
Keith!
Got you.
Oh, no. fucking
Keith.
die, you piece of shit. You better not
You-
fucking die.
Helena, when we get home, let's finish our conversation. No more running.
No! Keith, stay with me, please! Keith!
Brendan.
The servants and Stevie. 10 people died all told. I'm sure glad to be alive now. Feeling glad to even have air to breathe.
Listen, don't you say a word about all this, especially not to your coworkers. If it takes money to shut your yap, I'll pay any price.
Oh, bribery! Where's that money coming from?
My own pockets. Listen, you guys can distort the truth all you want, and I won't say a peep, 'cause that's freedom of the press. But this is different. I've got no tolerance for people pointing and laughing at a wounded friend.
Do I gotta tell you again? I'm not a gossip guy. I hate cops, sure, but I hate gossip too. I won't ask for money, and I won't say a peep, 'cause I'm grateful to the guy. So quit hounding me. But, as an involved party, I've got a right to know what happened there. I talked to Brendan at dinner. Heard he got tired of the musty old castle and ran to Hollywood. Had a lot of fun in the movie biz. So what was the motive?
Guy's gone silent. Sounds like he convinced you he was a goody two-shoes. But I bet you heard a different story in Hollywood. Now that's the kind of thing your lot should be writing about. Nobody knows people's past, usually. But it's easy to fool you into thinking otherwise with a little acting. And once you know somebody's past, you can lead them by the nose. He tricked you all, and tried to kill you. What a farce. Not sure of the motive yet, but he was pretty systematic about it all. Spent a ton of cash beforehand to check up on all the tour attendees. Even did a background check on me.
On you? Why?
'Cause I was going to be on that tour.
No wonder I thought he knew me. The hell, so he just researched us?
That's the oldest trick in the book for us, saying, I know all about you. It makes you superior to the other person, so you can control them.
He did all his research on Dick, that's why he knew everything about him. But he knew nothing about Keith because he wasn't supposed to be on the tour. So he did last minute research on him.
Then they freak out and have to submit. He knew that tactic well. Seeing right through people without any tricks. That's what makes a real monster, ain't it? In his case, he just used money and connections to dig up people's past, and played the part of a monster.
But the research wasn't to select candidates. So he just picked randomly. Oh, damn, was he just in it for fun?
He was the kid that was shoved in the closet. The kid that we read about, he said that his parents kept shoving him in the closet, and he wondered if he stayed in the closet long enough, if he would become a monster. And that he would come out of the closet and kill his parents and mess up the house. But every time he came out of the closet, he would be just normal. Told his parents that he loved them no matter what. But I think he killed his parents before he killed everyone else in that castle.
Now, my turn to ask questions. What you tell me is the only way I can figure out this incident. Give me anything you got. First, Brendan, or Boogie rather. What kind of man was he?
How should I say it? I suppose he had no emotion. That's how I saw him. He said such terrifying things without a care. He hardly showed any human feelings. He really was like a monster.
Keith told me he was a real jester.
Jester? Absolutely not. I would have much preferred if he were at least a little silly. He was a very disturbing, terrifying man. He was totally calm as he did awful things.
Richard, You seem to have a suspicion he might be Brendan. Why do you think that?
When my daughter went missing, and I panicked thinking that man might have taken her, Keith told me something. This was the kind of person who would show corpses as decoration, so if he did take Sophie, he'd show off proof of it, meaning she was still safe. Luckily enough, I didn't see them, but indeed, evidently, there were many dead bodies left around. As Keith said, my daughter hadn't fallen into his grasp. He was correct in his assumption. That made me realize something unusual about what he'd said. Keith said he saw the moment Brendan's neck snapped, and his corpse was quickly dropped into the basement. Isn't that odd? Why did he quickly put Brendan's corpse out of sight? Why did he treat him differently from the other victims?
He's right. Oh my god. But how did he manage to pretend to kill him? Who played him when he was in front of him, when he was supposed to be the one hanging from the thing? Like, how? How did he do all this shit?
'Cause he didn't want you investigating it.
Yep.
He's got some keen insight, I'll give him that. So you suspected this was a farce plotted by Brendan?
So he hid his own body so he couldn't get close enough to see the trickery behind it. That he wasn't really dead, that his head wasn't really cut off.
No, well, I suggested that since Keith hadn't checked the corpse, he might still be alive. I only wanted to believe there was a chance he was alive. I had no conviction about the rest.
For that.
So I didn't speak about it to Keith. I wouldn't dare risk throwing him off with my amateur opinion. Not to mention we didn't know whether his wife was safe.
Apparently, Keith saw the moment Brendan's head came off, actually.
Was it a doll?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Right you are. Packed with neat little blood packs, it seems. Brendan was hung upside down and had his mouth taped up, and it was dark enough to be hard to tell who's who. Just dressing him up the same way made Keith assume it was him.
Even it fooled me, Jesus Christ. I felt bad for Brendan, because he told him about his past and how his parents died and blah blah blah. The little fucker killed his parents.
On top of all those flashy rave lights, he dropped the corpse down below so it was impossible to check it closer. And since Keith saw the tour conductor killed right after that, of course, he'd think Brendan was killed too.
If I'd said something, maybe this could have been resolved sooner, but I was paralyzed with fear. I was only worried about my daughter, even when Keith was running all over the place for us.
Don't worry about it. Keith did all that because he wanted to. That's all. He's deeply glad you're all safe. Now, little lady, can we hear from you too?
Hear what?
Anything. What you thought. What you noticed.
Well, I knew he was a fake, because I've met the real boogeyman.
Sophie, stop it. Not this tale again.
So the boogeyman is real. That's exactly how he looks. But he wasn't the real boogeyman. I don't think the boogeyman is all that horrible. They just make him seem horrible.
Fine, if you say so, Papa. Guess I'm not saying a word.
Go ahead, please. Meeting the real boogeyman sounds pretty juicy. Can you tell me more?
Maybe not really met. He just touched my shoulder. But his hand was cold as ice. Right away I knew it wasn't human. That guy's hands were human, though. They had warmth, so I knew he was just a regular guy.
Huh. So boogeyman's hands are cold, eh? I'll tell that to my little squirts. Anything else you noticed?
I feel like he might get angry if I say this.
I won't. Tell me.
That guy had this cold and emotionless air, like you couldn't tell what he was thinking at all. It reminded me of Mr. Keith, a little.
You still think that way now?
Not even, because Mr. Keith got really mad at me. He was like,
Don't worry your papa ever again.
Red paint? On his face? There was nothing like that. It was all red from blood spurts, though.
Really? Keith told me he had a weird paint on a torn paper bag. And one more thing. Did you see any red graffiti in the castle? Or any monsters? Hear any phones ringing?
No, I didn't.
That's the thing that kind of is making me all confused. Like, there was red graffiti everywhere and green graffiti, but David never seen any of it. And then there was a phone ringing, but David didn't hear the phone ringing, but Keith could hear everything.
Mr. Hoover, you're colorblind, if I recall. Maybe you just couldn't see the paint.
Yeah, but it's white and pink I get mixed up. I can see red just fine.
Well, and you, miss?
So, Keith said it was red paint, but when David saw it, he saw blood.
I saw quite a bit of the castle, but none of that. Did you hear that from the others?
Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're lying. The others said they saw nothing too. But then, that makes Keith the one talking nonsense.
Yep.
I don't think Keith is necessarily lying.
What do you mean?
I agree with David.
Because people don't always see the same things you do.
Because he went through the crooked man. He's seen things that others people couldn't see, and Paul's the same way. He can see ghosts, but other people can't see them.
Thanks for the assistance, you two. Sorry about calling you in 2 weeks after the fact.
2 weeks after the fact?
Is not everything settled yet?
The police there are in the middle of their investigation. My role is just to assist. I'm going to report your testimonies to them, and that's that. I'll be off now. Eric, take them to the entrance.
It's good to see David back in his regular clothes, though.
When our son died, I thought my own life was over too. I couldn't think about anything. Nothing had any taste. But tears would suddenly come anyway. I don't remember anything about what I did back then, but I do remember one thing. That Keith was always at my side. When I wailed and shouted, he'd hug me, stroke my hair, say it was okay. Eventually, I adjusted to life without our son. I found I could laugh again. But when I got my own emotions back, I realized Keith had stopped laughing. I had been broken, and so had Keith. Over time, I was able to heal, but he didn't. He was still stuck in the moment of Todd's death. He was always supporting me, so he never faced up to himself. I struggled to be at least a little stronger. Next time, I would protect him, since I wanted him to laugh again. But I couldn't. I couldn't repay anything to Keith.
Oh, that's not true.
And I realized I was a burden on him that would keep him from ever walking again. So, even if we're far apart, as long as he can laugh again, then that's the best choice I can make.
No, you walking out on him, you wanting a divorce would not make him laugh ever again. That would destroy him completely. Yes, he's broken because he lost his son, but you leaving him would destroy him even more. He would never want to see the light of day ever again.
My wife always brings me warm milk before I go to bed.
He might throw himself into work more. And he'll end up killing himself while working.
And last Father's Day, my little squirt tried cooking me a meal. I definitely don't need milk to get to sleep. And the kids cooking, I'll be blunt, it ain't good.
Well, they are kids.
But I'm glad for it. Usefulness and collateral don't mean a thing with this stuff. Keith didn't stay close to you expecting something in return. That's just what he wanted to do. You guys have got too much sympathy. You don't mind getting hurt for the sake of the other. But can't you notice that one of you being hurt hurts the other? You've just been getting more and more wounded as you go along. You're propping Keith up too, Helena. He can fight day after day, because he knows you're waiting at home, as much as I tease him about it. Don't think of yourself as baggage. Depend on him as much as you need. That's what he wants too.
Yep. That's the reason why he keeps coming home, and why he keeps getting up every single day, because he knows when he wakes up, his wife's gonna be there. When he goes home, his wife's gonna be there. Like, everything he does is because of you, Helena, and then if you just up and leave him, he'll have no reason to come home or to wake up.
Keith grabbed my hand and smiled, even though he was stabbed and wounded.
And what'd he say?
Got you.
'Cause he finally got what makes him happiest.
Oh.
But, man, too much discrepancy between your guys' testimonies and Keith's. Just how am I going to report this to their department? Hey, Helena, he went back home from the hospital today, right? Can I come talk with him now?
I'm sorry. Before he goes back home, there's a place he's going to visit. And I'm planning to head there myself.
Their son's brave.
Keith.
I've always wanted to cry like this.
Finally crying.
I never forgot about him. Not for a single day. Ever since he died, I was scared. I felt like even the slightest sign of weakness would make it all crumble. I acted like I felt nothing, like nothing disturbed me. I thought then I might be able to fool everyone, even myself.
Oh.
It was so stupid. I was broken a long time ago. It was all garbage, but I acted like a champion of justice. It always felt off. Whoever I was working for, I never felt repaid. And I saw you were safe, and you came up to me. Finally, I felt happy again. Acting strong just made me weak. It was pointless. Todd would never forgive his father staying broken forever, because I promised I'd protect his mom. I'll take off the blindfold. I'm gonna laugh, even if it's at a stupid TV show. If I'm pissed, I'll get mad. And if I'm sad, I'll cry. First, I guess there'll have to be counseling. There's something seriously wrong with my head, seems like. It's gonna be a busy time. And it's gonna be so busy, I won't be able to do it alone. Helena, I don't think I can deal with just being a good loser. I want a chance. Let me chase after you. Let me get down on my knees. You're the only one I want waiting for me.
There's no need for a chance. Didn't I tell you? Divorce or decide. I've decided. Haven't you too? We only ever have one umbrella, so we hold it together. And it's fine if we get a little wet, because it'll soon be sunny again.
And all in all, she ended up pregnant in the end. I don't know. Oh. Come rain, come shine. Oh my god. Wow. I love this game. I love this. But like, oh my god. Like, I cried over Baron. Or Brendan. Whatever how you say his fucking name. The B guy. I cried over him. And just to find out that he faked his own death. Now that really pissed me off. Like, I was pissed off at Keith because he walked out on his wife when she told him to stay beside her. But the thing is he walked out and left. But according to her, she stayed around. He was with her all the time. He was by his side. That makes no sense. Because we saw him walk out. I have no idea. Anyways, it was really good. A lot of heartbreak in that one, man. Like, the Crooked Man was kind of heartbreaking, of course. And then the Boogeyman was... not the Boogeyman, the Sandman was pretty good. And then this one was just like, oh my gosh. It took the icing on the freaking cake. It was so gory, but it's just so good, especially for the month of Halloween. Like, oh my god. I'm sad that it's over with, actually. I'm glad that we got the happy ending. I know there's a whole bunch of other endings. I'll probably go back eventually and do the other endings. Like, I'm supposed to do that with the Sandman, but then I decided not because I want to move on. And go straight into the Boogeyman. Now I'm gonna probably wait on doing the other ending and to finish this off, but I'll eventually get back into it and do it. Congratulations on beating the Boogeyman, and thank you for playing this game. Additionally, so if you played the previous 2 games in the series, this game was fully voiced with the help of voice actors due to the author's sake. There's no bonus scenario, but I did receive promise from each of the actors to take the upper door if you're interested. The Something Man series, at the end of the Crooked Man it says it was the Strange Man series, and then in Sandman it says the Something Man series, and now this one's saying the Something Man series, but didn't they call it the Strange Man series? So why are they suddenly changing it? I don't know. Anyways, has come to turning point. The general storyline ends in the next game. I have plans for a series and silly extra chapters afterwards, so please play those if you're interested. Lastly, once more, congratulations on beating the game, and thank you for playing. What the frick was that? That was scary AF. Anyways, oh, he's back. Anyway, so it was a really good game, very gory, and played with my emotions so bad because I get attached, like I said in the last video, I get very attached to characters, like super easily, as you know. And so when something happened, I ended up like losing my crap. Like I cannot handle it, so I ended up bawling my eyes out. So when Sophie died, when I ended up accidentally killing Sophie, I sobbed my eyes out, as you all saw. Because even though she was a brat, and I don't like that she's a brat, I still care for her character, and I wouldn't want her to die. I wouldn't want any character to die, really. Even if I really hated them, even though they pissed me off, I wouldn't want them to die. It's just my nature. Like, I might hate someone in real life, to the point where I might say I want them to die in my head, but in real life, I wouldn't want them to die. I wouldn't wish that they were dead. Like, seriously. Anyways, it was a really good game, like I said. Very dark, kind of confusing. Actually, no, they cleared it all up pretty much, but like, I think he said that his parents died. The guy that supposedly got his head chopped off, but then we realized he didn't get his head chopped off. He ended up being the actual freaking serial killer. I think his first victims were his mom and dad. And then he ended up killing this one guy down in the sewers before everyone got there, because we found a dead body in the sewers, and it said that the body was been there for about a month. So I think that was maybe his third victim. Maybe he killed other people because they said that he went to Hollywood, and he might have killed some people when he was living in Hollywood until he came back. And then David said that castle never existed. So what, did he build a whole castle? But no, it had some history to it. So what? I'm so confused about that. But whatever. So, and he said he inherited this castle. So I think he actually killed the person who owned the castle and took over the castle, but no one knew that was probably the person that was down in the sewers. He was there to look at the castle with the guy who owned it before him, and then killed him and inherited the castle. And then the staff that showed up to take over maintaining the castle thought he was the owner, because they probably never really seen the owner of the castle. And he just like, oh hey everyone, I'm the guy that owns this castle, so you gotta listen to me, I'm the boss. And they just followed in because they didn't know, they didn't see the guy that owned the castle, so they didn't know better. And so he opened it up to the public and invited everyone to the thing, Sophie, David, and all them, to the castle to have a tour of it, and then dressed up as the boogeyman and killed all the employees, and then pretended to kill himself, and then started this awful hellish game of his. And then in the end, we found out it was David. Oh, not David. It was Brendan. I'm sorry if my explanation is kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, my night owls, I hope you guys had a great Halloween. I am gonna probably just sitting here watching scary videos until late at night and then go to bed. I'll probably watch scary movies. Anyways, my night owls, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Oh, one more thing before I end it, sorry. Even though it's October 31st now, I'm going to record some more of the Strange Man series, because there's one more series, and that is the Hanging Man series. And I know we're going into November now, but I think I'm gonna still play it because I played all the other series, and it'd be weird to just be like, oh well, the Boogeyman's over with, that's the end, because October is over with, so might as well just move on. No, I'm gonna go and play the Hangman, even though October is over with and Scary Season is over with, but I'm gonna continue on with it because I want to play all of the series, even the Hangman. Anyways, my night owls, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see all you beautiful night owls in the next video. Goodbye!